Hey y'all, not Scott here, and also not Scott over there. That one's Perry.
Hey.
This is a new thing that I'm trying where I just talk about whatever the fuck I want in a very organized manner.
Yeah.
As you can see here. And it's just like do little drawings of it too, and bada boom, and Perry's gonna edit it.
Yeah.
Because they are my little bitch. Notice how they didn't say no to that, by the way.
Yeah, well.
Perfect intro, as always. Like, comment, subscribe for more perfect intros. So what we're doing here is there's a series called Dangling Grandpas, which is really cool. And now they're introducing math into it, because there's going to be 2 times 2 grandpas now, which equals 4, I think.
That is technically, it is technically Danganronpa 4, but it is also Danganronpa 2, because they're remaking the old one.
It's 24.
Danganronpa 24, Jack Bauer's there.
But yeah, fair warning, this is going to spoil probably the entire series as you know it.
Oh yeah, bare minimum all of Danganronpa 2, because I do have some notes of that.
All of Danganronpa 2, it's 100% going to be spoiled. Maybe some of V3, depending, maybe some of the anime, maybe. We'll see.
But we're not spoiling the other Kodaka things like Raincoat and 100 Line.
Fun fact, at the time of this recording, there's still no release date.
Yeah, it's still just 2026. There are games this year that have dates as late as September, and this one's just like, you just go when you're ready, Rocky.
I guess the very first prediction is that it's going to come out sometime in summer, because thematically it works.
I feel like they're going to announce the date either sometime, like almost definitely sometime next month, and then it's going to be like probably like August is the last month of summer, so I feel like probably that to give it like a little bit of jazz.
I feel like they wouldn't want to do it at the end of summer though, like maybe around the start to mid-August.
Oh yeah. No, that's more what I mean. Like start middle of August. I'm just saying August is like.
You said the end.
I say August is the last month of summer. That's more what I meant. But
I swear you said the end of August.
I'm not really accountable for my words. I basically feel like I touched Fuzzy and got dizzy, but without the nausea.
Isn't that the video game you play?
No, that's Gnosia.
First prediction coming out in summer. I'm guessing mid-August. Fits with the theme of Dangling Gramps.
Yeah, I always see people out there doing that in the beach in the summer.
You go to the nude grandpa beaches?
Well, okay, I actually only really have like one thought about the main original game, because I'm curious, did they say that like they're keeping everything 1-to-1 or just...
For the original, I think that's just untouched. That's just a remake.
My thought lies with like the mini games or something. Like I feel like they might like
no, you know, okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I do have that actually here. Shout out to Improved Hangman Gambit.
Improved Hangman's Gambit.
The worst of the series.
Specifically, I'm like, most people I know don't fuck with that at all, and I'm wondering, are they gonna change that?
But yeah, I feel like gameplay wise, they're definitely gonna make the improved Hangman's Gambit. Honestly, I didn't have a problem with it, except the later chapters where they're just like, fuck you, actually.
Fuck you,
like, the first,
navigate my minefield.
I don't think they're gonna add any new gameplays to the original, but maybe they will to the other one.
Maybe to the other one, I can see that, yeah.
Well, especially if there's a new protagonist, which we can just jump into that real quick.
We can jump into that because it does kind of tie into like one of the main conceits that I've been thinking about. I feel like the main crux of this route is going to be one of 2 things: Nagito dying early, or Hajime dying early and Nagito taking the mantle.
To bounce off that, first, I have 4 potential protagonists that I think could happen. Besides Hajime,
alright,
Chiaki Ninamim, because it's her. Komaeda, because we've already played as in chapter 4. Imposter, which would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Especially if he's not impersonating Togami, or Togami. He's Togami. And then one that I think, like, I just thought about it, like, the last night and realized it could be really fucking interesting. Izuru Kamakura. The whole point is that there's, like, a timeline split, like, something happens that splits the timeline. And I was like, what if the split is that Izuru, like, Hajime got his memories back, which made him go back to Izuru, and now he's the protagonist.
That would be cool, and I do see where you're coming from, but I'm also thinking, like, how, like, do they want this to be something that you can jump into even if you've never played the original Danganronpa 2 before?
I don't think so. You know, I don't think this is for the fucking newbies, honestly.
Okay, because I'm just thinking about, like, I'm thinking about Kodaka's last branching path thing and how, like, open that is, and I'm like... And like, yes, there are a couple routes here and there that are like, hey, you need context from this to access this, but like in this game there are two. There's just two, so I'm just like,
yeah, there's two lines.
So I'm just like, will they keep that readily accessible from the get?
This is for the girlies. This is for the Danganronpa. I don't think I feel like it wouldn't make sense to like make the second timeline like introduction friendly.
I suppose, yeah.
Because the main story is still the first one, and that leads into the rest of, like, leads into Danganronpa 3 and shit.
Yeah, I suppose.
So,
I mean, yeah.
So that's like my predictions for any potential protag are those four. Again, Zero would be the most interesting one, but also Komaeda, I love him. Yeah. So I'd be like, okay, just doing full-on Komaeda.
That's understandable. He is like the fan favorite character, so I think it would make sense for him to either be the protagonist or or, you know, he's the fan favorite, so they're gonna kill him. I do think the likelihood of him dying early is quite possible because, like, he got such heavy spotlight in the original game, and plus in chapter 1, like, that was like, wasn't that Teruteru's original like thing? He was like trying to kill Nagito and accidentally got Togami.
So Teruteru's self-justification was, I'm doing this for them, I'm killing Komaeda, but also like I think the number one motivation was he wanted to know what happened to his mom.
Yeah.
Which I think he ate her. No. Like unironically, I think I mean Ultimate Despair, he's a cook.
Oh yeah, right. Oh. Anyway, if Nagito dies, he dies early, I think is the thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, actually jumping to that, my first major prediction in the story is that in chapter 1, either Hajime, Komaeda, or Chiaki dies. I have a strong feeling one of them is going to die chapter 1. The pattern with Kodaka's games is that he always kills off the most, like, hyped up one. Like Sayaka, before DR1 officially came out on the PSP in Japan. She was all over the promotional, like, material. Like, we all saw with that, how Ribida, stabby stabby. And then, obviously, Togami. It's like, oh, it's Togami. He's back. Oh, he's there. He's dead.
Yeah.
Well, and then Rantaro, who, again, I don't know if you remember the advertising for V3, but Rantaro was hyped up as fuck to be the new Komaeda. And guess who failed bowling class?
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed all the marketing stuff because, like, I got into Danganronpa through Lucajin's playthrough, so and that was, like, after V3 came out. But,
well,
like,
you had to be there.
I'm leaning more towards the one dying being Hajime or Nagito, though, because, like, they have barely shown anything new, but the one thing they keep showing is that one CG of Hajime and Nagito, and I'm just like, okay, one of you's gonna die.
Do you know that Danganronpa 3, well, V3, when V3 came out in Japan, the special edition had an OVA with it that I have, called Danganronpa 2.5, where you see what happens to Komaeda after he dies. He's not really dead, he's basically in a coma, so we're living through his dream in the OVA. And then at the very end, we see Hajime Zuru, like, killing everyone, like Soda, Sonya, old them.
Yeah.
To kind of, like, wake him up. I wonder how that would work if Hajime died first. Like,
yeah.
what would Izuru be doing then? Yeah. Like, if he can't do that, would that mean that everyone who died actually stays dead this time?
Yeah, maybe. That actually does tie into one of my thoughts on the alternate route. Despite everything, the original Danganronpa 2 does, like, does end, like, you know, semi-optimistically, and I'm feeling that's, like, the hope route, and we could have full bad ending despair route, maybe.
I don't know if they would, like, commit to a bad ending. Like, in Danganronpa 1, there's the bad ending where Asuna gets fucked by everyone. I feel like if they do a bad ending route here, I feel like that's like a split again. You get to the very end, and then it's like you either do this and you get the bad ending, or you do this and you get the good ending.
Yeah, my brain was just kind of like on the 100 line thing, where it's like the big splits lead to like drastic changes, and I was thinking, what's like the change that could be the most drastic? What would like be the biggest shift, I guess? And I didn't really think about the details of it.
But yeah, that's why I'm thinking Izuru could be like the protagonist this time, because like, what's a bigger shift than having the guy who basically planned the killing game be the protagonist?
Yeah.
Either one of them, like Chiaki or Komaeda, dying, it's like that changes literally everything.
Yeah. They are like late game load bearing deaths. Like after they're gone, everything starts, you know, doing everything it does in chapter 6. If you shift that up early, it's like things will be happening that should not be happening.
I just had another thought.
Yes, okay.
About the first death.
Yeah.
Where like the whole reason the first death happens is because Komaeda basically triggers it.
Yeah.
If he's the one that dies first, how? If he's not the one like getting the murdering to start, right?
Skill issue.
Because like if he dies first, does that mean the big change or the big timeline shift is that Teruteru did kill Komaeda?
Maybe.
Or is the shift before, like even before any of that?
Anything
and in that case,
anything to not give Teruteru more relevancy.
if it happens before and Komaeda does any of the like fucking sending the letter to Dogami and like planning all like the party and shit for murder, I am very curious how then, because like no one was pushed to murder yet. Like really, Teruteru was pushed to it because of Komaeda. Like everyone was on edge already, obviously. But what really tipped the edge for Teruteru was Komaeda being like, buddy, you went on blah, 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 blah. So if Komaeda doesn't do that, then I'm very curious then how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I had many thoughts about like if the motives are going to be the same as well. When we have the changed like altered cast, you know, it's gonna be like different perspectives on it, different, and in the case of like stuff like the despair disease, different things happening to different people.
Okay, that's another combo. That's despair disease. I'll talk about it later. But
yeah,
continue.
That's about where I'm at with it, where I think it's going to be largely the same motives, just with a different spin on it, because different people are around. On that note, like, I'm thinking broadly here. I don't have a specific, like, vote for this yet, but I do think at least one of the characters who survived in the original route is also going to survive in this one, and that's going to be a point of contention for some people.
Oh my. Sorry, my immediate thought was Kazuichi.
Dude. Okay, but
it's like if they remade fucking Danganronpa 1 and Hagakure was the only survivor.
Dude, okay, yes, but here's the thing. If Kazuichi survives again, the interesting thing is that Sonya's definitely not. The back half of Kazuichi's character arc is him being made worse because of just how much he's trying to rizz up Sonya. Speaking of which, I definitely think they're going to say Riz in this script somewhere.
Well, dude, Kokichi says boss baby to Fuyuhiko.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, if Komaeda doesn't say, Hajime, are you gonna rizz up for help in this fucking game? I think we take to the streets.
Yeah, no, like, somebody's gonna say Riz, Kazuichi's gonna go, "Gyat damn, Miss Sonya."
Soda goes, "Gyat damn," right? And then Teruteru's like, "Oh, Soda, are you the ultimate Rizzler?"
Oh.
Wow, you are such a skibbity toilet.
Oh no, this is all staying in. 100 Line exposed me, I say this affectionately, the horrors of a Kodaka game with modern slang in it, so I'm fully prepped.
I mean, the fucking original game already had some banger lines, like Sonya getting upset in Chapter 5 and saying, "God damn it, son of a bitch." I pray someone says Ultimate Rizzler, or is this something of that sort? What if that's the timeline split? Togami, imposter, instead of becoming Togami, he becomes the Ultimate Rizzler.
I'm not sure where the split, like, have they said where the split even happens is the thing.
No, like, we just know at the start it
because, like, yeah, because it would have to be pretty, like, early on for it to, like, change who the ultimate imposter is in that case, because, like, you can't make that shift after the characters have been introduced. There's either the one thing where it's, like, at the start, it's, like, choose your side, or, you know, it's just 100 Line, it's your future, somewhere in the first chapter.
Actually, sorry, speaking of imposter, though.
Yeah.
Did you watch Danganronpa 3, right, the anime?
It's been years, but yes, I do know I know the broad stroke.
Do you remember Ryota?
Yeah.
The ultimate animator.
Yeah.
Who's the only one in class, I think 76 is this class. The only one that isn't in the killing game. I am curious if they add him. There's no rule saying there's only has to be 16. So, like, they could add Ryota as a 17th. Watch out for him. Or his fucking character in the killing game. And that, I feel like that would change a lot too. So I think it'd be really interesting if Imposter actually didn't do Togami this time.
That's one of the two big character things that I could see, like, shifting enough to, like, have, like, new character designs, I guess I should say. Quote unquote, even though it's an old character design, but, like, for the game.
I mean, Komaeda has a new character design. What the fuck's up with that shirt?
Oh.
Komaeda has a different design on the shirt. Why? I immediately went, his shirt is different. That's how you know I have mental illness. Because I saw that CG and immediately I was like, that's not the shirt. That's a new shirt.
That's not my baby. So, like, yeah, my thought process is the Nagito thing, maybe the imposter, like, new like design depending on, like, what happens there. And, like, I'm also thinking maybe something that happens with, I don't know, something with Yoko. Maybe something happens that switches her design to the growth spurt design. So I'm curious.
That would be interesting.
I'm curious if we get the growth spurt. it.
It's also major because in the anime, Hiyoko's actually, like, she's still a bitch to Mikan, but it's more tsundere.
Yeah.
Like, around the, like, end of the anime, she becomes a lot more tsundere towards Mikan. Be like, yeah, well, you pig skank, I was only kind of worried because Mahiru was you nasty bitch, and, like, so it's still Hiyoko, but, like, in a tsundere way. So that would be interesting if they lean into that in the game.
I mean,
this time.
yeah, 100 Line has shown me that Kodaka is becoming a lot more Yuri-ful in his ways lately, so I think there's a chance they lean into that.
Oh yeah, one of my notes is just, I want Mikan to survive, and I want Mikan to give me a kiss. Kodaka, so if you want to make the perfect timeline, you let me kiss me, not Hajime or whoever, me specifically, you put in Chrysaros for this one scene where I get to kiss Mikan, and then I think that's that. I think 10 out of 10 game. And the
Nobody
funniest part
else
would be
acknowledges it in the universe.
Kodaka, I'll slip you a $5.
Mikan is actually one of the few where I was like, I could honestly see it going either way, where she survives about as much as she did in the original, or she makes it to the end. It could go either way. I think there's a lot of merit in the idea of just keeping her around, but like not making her freaky.
I mean, they're all freaky. That's the thing.
But
like she got
to
memory
to the extent that she got, yeah, with the remembering.
Maybe somebody else members.
I think you wanted to talk about motives, right?
Yeah, I had a note about this.
Maybe the motives are the same, just in different contexts.
Yeah.
So if the despair disease motive is still around, it would be really interesting to see more of them get it than just the 4. I think it'd be really interesting if the same characters got it, but all different diseases that time.
All different things, yeah. Can we get more than 2 sound bites of Akane crying, please?
Like maybe Komaeda gets the I'm straight disease now or something. Where instead of trying to res up Hajime, he tried to res up Chiaki. Teru. If Teru's alive, he gets. Wait, actually, no. Okay, what if Teru's like despair disease? It actually physically changes him, and he becomes the beta version. Do you know his beta design?
Like he's a normal shaped man, right?
He's basically a supermodel Mondo Owada.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be like the Shoma bit from 100 Line, except instead of it just happening because he believes in himself, he gets fucking COVID.
Yeah, he gets COVID, and now he's rizzed up. If Teru does survive and there's still the despair disease, it'd be really interesting if his disease made him his like beta design. Because I just imagine the fandom at that point.
Yeah, that's the thing. Fandom is more likely to hear out an unlikable character if they're conventionally attractive. You get to the end of chapter 3, Monaku was just like, I don't know, I don't want to. I think we're just gonna keep you like this, bro, for the rest of the game. You've like completely turned me around on like one of my notes, which was like, I don't see Teru making it past chapter 2. Now that you brought this up to me, I'm like, unless.
Do you remember chapter 3? In that chapter, they're like, hey guys, we need. This is before COVID. Yeah, guys, I think we need a quarantine. And Hajime was like, what? Quarantine? What? Isn't that too much? And then they're like, yeah, I think we should also like not be too like physically close to each other. And Hachime's like, what? What? So it'd be really funny if they like kept the despair disease and kept that but made it more modern to the point where like Hajime's like anti-mask. That's what's Hajime probably more like. Who would be anti-vax in DR2? Monokuma, I guess. But
Yeah, Monokuma, but like...
Actually, what if though, Imposter does impersonate someone new and they're an anti-vaxxer?
Oh my god.
You know, I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Chapter 3 has the most potential to be extremely interesting.
So, I do have another question. Loop around to something else, I guess.
If Nagito is dying, who's filling the rival niche, is what I'm wondering.
Do you think it's going to be Akane like the original plan was? Do you think it's going to be something else?
Yeah,
or...
for the people that don't know, which is Perry like a week ago.
Yeah.
In the beta of DR2, Kane was originally supposed to be the rival character. Like, she even had her own, no, that's wrong, drawing and everything. Also, her name means end, Hajime means beginning, so there's some stuff there.
Yeah.
And then they decided, what if we made the rival gay? So that happened.
Yeah.
Like, if they keep all the characters' personalities the same, how the fuck does that work with Akane?
Like, I am curious. I don't really see that happening without, like, big shifts happening, but, like, the thought did cross my mind.
I keep going back to Imposter, because, like, he could fill that role.
I mean,
honestly,
geez,
that-
how come you get to be the rival for quote-unquote 2 games?
2x2 games. Imposter has so much potential now.
Yeah.
Depending if they change anything, because, like, yeah, he could technically be the rival character if he impersonates someone else. Yeah, so the whole thing with imposters, though, is that, like, again, even if he stays as Tsugami, and he still, like, tries to be the leader, and, like, still, like, no one will die under my watch, and he survives chapter 1, that's gonna fucking hurt his balls, I think.
Yeah, something's gonna shift.
That's gonna be survivor's guilt up the wazoo, I think, if he stays as Tsugami, still plays the leader, and then Pekoyama Vors Gundam or something, I don't know.
On the note of Peko, actually, I have a note where I'm thinking, like, listen, Fuyuhiko, in my opinion, like, one of the most, like, satisfying arcs in the original game, which means he is not fucking surviving. He 100% dead. 110% dead in this new round.
All the survivors have someone tied to them, like Hajime with Chiaki, Akane with Nekomaru, Sanya with Gundam, Fuyuhiko with Peko, Soda with bitchless.
Soda with, wait a second, I didn't think I'd get this far.
It would be interesting if, like, the flip did happen, where, like, okay, Peko survived, Nekomaru survived, Chiaki survived. I do agree with you that I think Fuyuhiko's 100% going to die.
Yeah.
Who else do you think is going to die? Because I feel like Sonya.
Yeah.
I think every survivor except for Kazuichi.
There's also not enough slots in the survivors for everybody who died in the original game to survive. It just doesn't work that way. But I hate to say it, Ibuki's not surviving again. She's probably dying again. I don't know where, I don't know when, but probably.
I want to talk about, like, potential deaths real quick.
Yeah.
And instead of I want to talk about chapter 5. Because chapter 5 in every DR game, that's like that's when, like, the climax comes,
That's the
right?
big,
Like, that's when
that's the big one, yeah.
That's the big thing.
A lot of big what
like,
the
yeah,
fuck
Komaeda.
things going on, for sure.
Komaeda and Chiaki, Kaito Kokichi, Mukuro. If Komaeda does die, Chiaki does die in chapter 1, the chapter 5 is going to be really, really interesting. I mean, like those are the big three.
Yeah.
Komaeda, Hajime, Chiaki. I'm very curious about how the chapter 5 would work.
Yeah, it's...
Like, if Imposter does play a bigger role, I feel like he'd die in chapter 5 then.
Yeah.
But then besides that, it's like, maybe they can do the protagonist twist at the end where Hajime kills, like, Imposter or something, or Imposter kills Hajime. Besides them, like, those 4 are really the only, like, giant ones who fits up chapter 5, like,
It's...
twist. The writing, it's a new writer, by the way. Kodaka's, like,
yes, it's
supervising it, but there's a whole new writer.
I believe it's Yoichiro Koizumi who wrote the Danganronpa S stuff, as well as a couple routes in 100 Lines.
But yeah, so we have a new writer, so, and Kodaka's like, I'm sure Kodaka just gave him free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
He just seems like that kind of guy. It'd be interesting to see who he makes more important to fit the chapter 5 death.
Yeah, it turns out I've been misinformed. Koizumi here did not write Danganronpa S. However, they were the assistant writer on Ultra Despair Girls, and they wrote both the conspiracy and romance route in 100 Lines.
That's really funny. Or we're not going to talk about it here, but the romance route is, like, probably top 3 routes in that game for me, and the conspiracy is, like, bottom 3 or 2.
It's like...
So it's like, I get you a girl who can do both, I guess.
So back, it's so over.
5 minutes later.
But
what were
we were talking, but before we got sidetracked, we were talking about, like, the survivors.
Is there any other chapters you want to discuss about?
Most of my ideas with chapter 4 kind of stem from, like, if it's even the same, like, Strawberry House type shit, you know?
Again, if they do keep the same motives, then it would be interesting for chapter 2, because that literally was aimed at Fuyuhiko, basically.
Yeah. They would have, that would probably be, like, the biggest change.
I think every other chapter motive can be reused, but, like, in a new perspective way. Mm-hmm. But that one, it really only is Bakiro and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, anyway, on the topic of deaths and stuff, I was also thinking about Nekomaru.
That's right, because he does become Robo.
Yeah, and, like, Nekomaru, like, for all intents and purposes, basically dies twice in the original, so I don't know if they're going to kill him in 2x2.
Which is so funny. Actually, it will be really interesting if they make him Nekomaru again. If he does survive.
If he dies again in 2x2, that will technically give him the highest amount of times that somebody has died in this series.
Yeah, because right now he's tied with Chiaki.
Yeah. Nekomaru sweep, he's gonna die again.
He gets fucking blasted, becomes Mechamaru, dies again, and then they put him in an even bigger robot, and then he dies again. It's like those Russian dolls that you just you keep opening up. It's like smaller dolls inside.
Man, I almost feel bad for him already.
If no Mechamaru, who would be the transformed character if they keep that plot in?
Yeah,
anyways?
if they do that. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm thinking about it, and it's like, if we're talking about transformed characters, like, I mean, like, I brought up the Hiyoko thing earlier, but that's a totally different kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That's not robot,
Yeah.
that's puberty.
Let's say it happened in a similar way where like Monokuma bazookas Hiyoko, but like she isn't allowed to die by his hand.
Yeah.
So he like saves her. Instead of becoming a robot, he just puts her in like the growth perk body. I wonder how that would go.
Yeah.
So was that like your last major note?
Yeah, like, I kind of went in a bit of a scattershot order.
If you got no more notes, I do have a few that are gameplay specific.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember this, but in DR2 there is a side mode called Magical Miracle Girl.
Wait, no, that was one of my notes. That was one.
Was it one of your notes?
That was one of my notes, but I wasn't
Okay.
sure if I was gonna bring it up because I was like, what are we gonna do with this?
I'm very curious if they bring it back.
Yeah.
And like if they do, will it be one for do by do? Will the gameplay be the same and just like maybe they add their own little story into it?
Yeah.
You know the Puyo Puyo original games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine something like that with Monomi.
Yeah.
Like Monomi just talks to one of the Mono Beasts, and the Mono Beast's like, "Hey, Skibbity Riz," and Monomi's like, "You're not. That's not. No, fuck you," and then like kills, and then it goes to the gameplay.
No skibbity rizzing on the school trip. The Monomi mode is interesting to me because, like, on one hand, I could see them cutting it and it wouldn't be a huge deal, but on the other hand,
Oh, actually, Perry. No, that's wrong, Perry. It is a big deal because in Chapter 2, Monomi's like, "Hey, I took down the Mono Beast," and Hazumi's like, "What? How did you do that?" And Monomi's like, "Oh, you have to play the side mode."
Okay.
Like she literally says,
I
you have to
forgot.
play the side mode.
I forgot.
Yeah. So
if they're not,
if they take that
it
out,
would be really funny though if they don't change the script and it's not there. Like, what
It's
the
just
fuck,
not there.
man? Yeah, I can both see it not being there, but I can also see it being there and being expanded.
no, I don't think they can take it out with that one line. that 100 line.
That one line that they definitely, it's a load-bearing line. They can't remove that.
And honestly, the route in 100 line where Monomi murders the SDU by herself, kind of crazy, and it's all thanks to Magical Miracle Girl Monomi in DR2.
Yeah. I put in the note, I love that I put in the note with the Monomi thing. I was like, I must be the only person on Earth who's wondering about this specifically, forgetting that, like, right, I'm talking with the Danganronpa.
I'm right here! I'm literally right! What the fuck? Bro!
It was more so linked to the fact of, like, is Monomi gonna be, like, are they gonna give her more, or is it just that still?
Well, like, the original story is still there.
I mean, yeah, of course. Like, up until Chapter 5, Monomi does take a small bit of a backseat, aside from being like, hey, I beat the fuck out of those robots so goddamn hard that I can't even feel my left leg, you know?
I'm just gonna touch on this briefly because there's not much to say about it, but the Tomogachi thing,
Yeah.
I'm really curious if, like, I just remembered that right now. And I'm curious if they're gonna keep it the same or if it's gonna be like, they're gonna rework it or something. I just forgot about that until just now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's really all I gotta say about it. Besides Magical Miracle Girl, there's another mode called Island Mode.
Right, yes.
It's the original 2x2, where Usami beats Monokuma by pegging him to death. It basically becomes a dating sim. I do like Island Mode, but it's not like super fleshed out. Like, it does have its own unique dialogue. It does have, I would really want them to expand on it with like proper free time events where like it's in the context of Island Mode, because I want Komaeda to try and fuck Hajime, but not like in a murder way.
I think it would definitely be interesting if they fleshed out Island Mode a bit more. I think, you know, you're already writing so much, you might as well.
So hopefully that's what they do. I would love that.
That'd be neat, yeah.
I want more item scenes.
Oh, dude! We need it.
Yeah,
like,
you remember
I remember the man's nut specifically, of course.
I mean, that's
iconic.
Man's nut is the funniest one.
Yeah.
Just because of how Hajime just gets super fucking horny, and then at the end of that scene, he's like, "What the fuck just happened to my character?"
Fellas, I am so horny!
That's what I hope. I really hope they do add new item scenes for 2x2, and it'd be really funny if like either they add new items or they keep the same items, but like now the scene's different because there's different characters. And I want to see Komaeda get horny. I guess actually there is one more thing. It'd be cool to have free time events, but like between other characters, like not just the protagonist and the cast. Like I don't know, like Mikan and Gundam or something. Be interesting to see if everyone had a free time. But besides that, yeah, I think that's everything. So before we end it, let's talk about survivors real quick.
Yeah.
So if we assume that there's 5 survivors again, who do you think will it be?
First off, as established, either Hajime or Nagito. I'm not sure which of them will be the main one, but one of them. Kazuichi, you have fully convinced me on the Kazuichi will survive twice train. I see either Hiyoko or Mahiru maybe, like one of those two probably. And then Peko, because of what I said about the Fuyuhiko parallel, I think it would be interesting. And complete shot in the dark, gonna say Gundam.
I just made the 5 survivors here, and it's all women, and then there's Nekomaru.
Let's go, girls.
So the 5 survivors are my predictions. Is first Chiaki. If she's the protagonist, then I feel like she's going to survive until the end.
Yeah.
Mikan, because I want her to. Hiyoko.
Yeah.
Like I think it'd be really fucking interesting to see Hiyoko and Mikan both be survivors.
Yeah.
And how they would interact, especially without Mahiro. Pekoyama, because if Fuyuhiko survived, now he need die.
Yeah.
So we got Peko. I feel like just
Peko is a very safe
also-
bet, I think. Yeah. We have to see how she would learn to live for herself or something to that effect. Yeah.
and then Nekomaru, because Akane survived, and we're doing like kind of parallels there. I feel like Akane and Nekomaru. I almost put Imposter, but I feel like if Imposter does stay alive, he's probably gonna be Chapter 5. Yeah. So Danganronpa 2x2, it's definitely coming out August, and if it doesn't, Perry owes me $20.
They be calling it Danganronpa 2x2 because we're gonna have 2 Kazuichi survivals. Trust. I don't know. Literally, I'm just betting on him for the joke. I don't even like him that much. Thanks for watching or listening, whatever you're doing. I know you got me in another tab. Release me!
Thanks for listening to this.
We'll see you in the next one, probably. Yeah.
Like, comment, and survive.
Yep. Do it. Survive. You gotta survive for Danganronpa 2x2.